Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood'll be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top off a bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Woo! Listen, I don't trust her, so, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa, I said, what you mean? Woo! You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the cold. Rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap gods like Cyclops and Olga. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think bro still. And by the Brown, about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down now. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad gon' get. What you mean? Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that my mommy. I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Seahawks going up against the Cardinals.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started, and we are underway from Glendale. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Barkevius Mingo. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Wilson from his end zone on 3rd and long. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. The 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They go to Johnson again, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Wilson on second down. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Kindici with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Seahawks send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Now let's go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On first down, Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is Bell on the dump off. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a first down carry by Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
He can run for it, and he will. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk. And they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And got his man complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll send Brown in motion right. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Corey Peters forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he's flushed out left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Looking to throw. Caught by by Nelson left side. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right there at the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going.
David Johnson on his way. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Seahawks on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And this one is right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And Gresham has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw now on first down. Screen play, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the back.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A give to Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Seahawks on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11, down right around the 25. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. To throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll go again with Bell. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run for it with Bell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Janikowski pushes this one to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx
Maybe
it?
jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson.